in Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. It's hashtag Motivation Monday, and we have a fashionista in the house, Brittany Johnson, founder of The Fashion Pass. You look gorgeous today.
Oh, thank you.
the
Thank
show.
you guys for having me.
Well, you have your own fashion pass. So
That is true. It's almost, I feel like there's more pressure on me to look good every time I walk outside the house because I feel like everyone's always like, is that Fashion Pass? Right? I have to be like representing all the time.
all the time. So tell people, what is Fashion Pass?
So Fashion Pass is a monthly membership that allows you to rent unlimited clothing and accessory items and swap them for new ones as many times a month as you want.
Wow.
I just have to say thank you so much for creating this business. It's something I've been thinking about literally for over 10 years. I thought one day there's just no reason why we all have all these clothes. It's ridiculous.
I completely
Hurts
agree.
the environment. We don't have time for it to cost too much. Like, thank you so much. For me,
my
you're like the
gosh.
universe unfolded perfectly.
It's so funny. I was in the same boat though for I don't even know how many years, probably 6 years now. I've been thinking about this idea and I kept thinking like someone's gonna go out and build this. And then when no one built it in the way that I wanted, I was like, well, I really need this done. So I guess I'm gonna do it myself.
Wow.
Right?
Isn't that just a message in and of itself? If you want something bad enough, you just have to do it for yourself.
Pretty much.
Build it and they will come. It's
Exactly.
the Field of Dreams movie. Yeah, I love that.
So how in the world have you done this?
So I started, I pretty much started out by myself and I had some friends who definitely like encouraged me along the way, but it really was a one-man show at first. So I went out and bought the inventory. I created relationships with brands and designers. I got them to sell to us and then I started building a website, but I really had no idea what I was doing or how to track inventory. It was a tech company that I was really building, but I knew nothing about the back end of tech. So thankfully, my boyfriend started, like, his interest, I guess, got piqued because we were getting so much interest and so many of my friends were like, oh my God, this is the greatest idea ever. I can't wait to sign up. And then I was like, wait, how am I going to manage inventory? How are we going to manage this website? So he has an amazing tech background and he is a genius. So he pretty much built the infrastructure that Fashion Pass runs on. And then I created everything else.
Isn't it incredible how the universe brings certain people together just to be able to have, like, how would you have ever known that?
I wouldn't, and managing it for the first couple of months, I was doing so much manually. Every
can
time someone
imagine.
would sign up, I would literally run to my computer and send them a welcome email. Like it was
That's hilarious.
that bad. I was like, oh no, I'm not home and someone signed up. Like I need to get them.
That's
It was
hilarious.
that
You're gonna
bad.
like laugh looking back.
Oh,
It's
it's
so
so
good.
funny.
Right?
That's so beautiful, though, because you just have such a light and a beauty about you. You really care about what you're doing, and there's a purpose behind that. And we mentioned that earlier, and building confidence by what we're wearing. You're getting
And that's
that.
a thing. I consider myself a fashionista. Or I really am into fashion, but I think way more than that, this company is just about making women feel amazing because clothes are great. Like having a cute top is amazing, but it's way more important that you feel incredible going on that date or going to a work meeting or whatever it is. I think that's what this is really about, is just helping women dress to live like their best lives.
It's so beautiful and it's so interesting because that's one of the things I feel very passionate about is that the reason we do anything or acquire anything or want to achieve anything is because it's a feeling we're ultimately after. I call that feeling happiness, but we make it just as easily call it confidence or success.
Completely.
Right? Were you always aware of that? How did you get to a place where that became your focus, where you wanted to help people feel good?
Yeah, so I don't know if I was always aware of it, but back to your initial point, I knew that I was spending way too much money on clothes and I
Right.
couldn't figure out why I wanted to buy a new dress for this event or why I wanted to look a certain way in the office or at a work party. And then I think when I started thinking about it more, I was like, why do I need a new outfit? Like this outfit that I wore last month is perfectly suitable for this event. And then I started thinking about it's how I feel when I'm talking to my CEO. It's how I feel when I'm going on that first date. So then that's kind of where it really hit home for me, was like, oh my gosh, I could build out this closet that's going to make people feel amazing every time they walk out the door.
Right.
What's been the biggest challenge for you in doing this?
Oh my
Besides,
gosh, I don't
obviously,
even
there's the tech issues, and we're grateful that your boyfriend's able to
Yeah.
have that. But What has it been like for you in this journey of building your own empire and building your own business?
Totally. I think the biggest challenge for me has been just to get out of my own way. So when we first started, and even up until a couple of months ago, I think I would create problems that didn't exist. So
So well said,
I
right?
would say like, oh my gosh, we can't do this because what if the site crashes? Or we can't build it this way because it's not scalable. So I think now I've really learned to just move quickly and just not let myself stop anything I'm doing out of like fear. Because I think that's what tends to happen a lot of the time is I would make excuses or I would just be scared to move forward.
What do you think you were scared of?
I think I was scared of imperfection. So even launching the site for me in the beginning, it took me a while to get it up because I wanted to put out this perfect product and I wanted to be a massive tech company, even though it was like me. And I wanted to just like put up this front of well, we're huge and we're the next big thing. And yeah.
And you're like, but it's just me. I figure this out.
I
Like,
love
it has
that.
to look so good.
So primarily it's dresses, correct?
So it's everything. So
It
this top,
is.
it's stuff that you can wear to work, something that you could wear on a date. So we have everything from really casual tops to stuff that you could wear to a black tie wedding.
Wow. And what about jewelry? Do you think
And
you're going to take that on
We
eventually?
have accessories too.
You have,
so
okay.
everything I'm wearing.
What about guys? We want.
Right?
And it is interesting. It's something that I've definitely explored, but I don't think the need is quite there yet for
Yeah.
men. I think it's getting there.
Yeah.
I just think men can repeat outfits a little bit better than
Easily,
women
yeah.
can because
I promise
Yeah,
I have
but-
enough demand for all the guys.
Yeah, but
promise.
man, like they have
bring the demand,
suits.
I'll
They
create
have
it.
suits that are like $2,000. Like if they could
true.
mix them up, I mean, that would be.
Yeah, it's true, and I think what is also helpful, which is one of the things you do so well, is I think there's a part of it that's like the consultation piece, just sort of knowing what to wear and how to wear it. I think that's very
Definitely.
helpful. So I imagine that's something else that women really love about Fashion Pass as well,
yeah,
right?
that is super, and it's so fun for our team because you can chat a stylist, and one of our customers will be like, "I'm going wine tasting in Santa Barbara. What should I wear?" And it's probably like the most fun part of the job to be able to point them in the right direction and help style them, and then we'll see their photos on Instagram, and literally nothing makes me happier than seeing our photo or our customers out wearing our outfits, having an amazing time.
And there's nothing bigger to better to boost your confidence, I think, than somebody who really knows fashion tell you look fantastic in that.
Completely.
Right? It's a whole different experience than just having somebody random say, "Oh, that looks great."
Exactly.
You know. So yeah.
And you're helping the environment because people don't have
There
to buy
is
as much
piece.
stuff.
Yeah, no, it's something that I didn't even realize when I started the business, but I was like, wow, we're actually doing a lot of good for the environment because not only are people shopping less, but everything that we put out is recyclable too. So everything that we ship in, like all recyclable, all of that.
I love that. Well, I'm
you.
so excited to. I've checked out a little bit, but only I was like mostly looking at the dresses because I'm on the show. We can't. I mean, I've worn things maybe twice at the most. You know what I
It's
mean?
so
Like
hard.
you can't. There's no way you can wear things all the
Twice?
time.
Blasphemy, Erin. Blasphemy.
I'm so excited to be a part of the Fashion Pass community. We're certainly going to have to work together.
Yes, no,
For
I'm so
sure.
excited.
So where can they find you?
So you can find us at www.thefashionpass.com and on Instagram at fashionpass.
You're gonna get 50 messages from
Right?
me with all different pseudonyms. I'm John. I'm Rob. Can you please create a men's version? Love it.
I love that. Well, thank you so
you,
much for
guys.
everything you're doing, and I love the business
you.
model. I think you got something huge on your hands.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Yep. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back. We're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to two inspirational women about their journey to the billboards in Los Angeles. Stay tuned.